Zimbabwe's political landscape in 2025 is marked by deep polarization, economic challenges, and institutional mistrust. Amid these dynamics, public opinion surveys such as Afrobarometer provide critical insights into political popularity. According to Afrobarometer's latest findings and corroborating analyses, Nelson Chamisa, former leader of the Citizens Coalition for Change, CCC, continues to command the highest favorability among Zimbabweans, even after resigning from active party leadership in early 2024. His enduring popularity contrasts sharply with declining trust in state institutions and the ruling ZANU-PF party. This report examines Chamisa's popularity, compares it with other political figures, and explores the socio-political factors driving these trends. It draws on Afrobarometer's Round 10 survey, 2024-2025 expert commentary, and supplementary data from reputable sources to provide a comprehensive picture of Zimbabwe's political sentiment. Afrobarometer is a Pan-African research network that conducts nationally representative surveys on democracy, governance, and public opinion. In Zimbabwe, the Round 10 survey, 2024 to 2025, interviewed 1,200 adults across all provinces, ensuring a margin of error of +3 percentage points at a 95% confidence level. The survey explored trust in institutions, political preferences, and attitudes toward governance. Key findings reveal that while 79% of Zimbabweans support elections as the best way to choose leaders, confidence in the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, ZANU-PF, remains low, with only 7.7% expressing full trust. These institutional weaknesses amplify the significance of individual political figures who embody hope for change. Afrobarometer data consistently shows Chamisa outperforming rivals in popularity metrics, even during his sabbatical from formal politics. This resilience underscores his symbolic role as the face of opposition and reform. Nelson Chamisa's popularity in 2025 is exceptional. Despite resigning from CCC leadership in January 2024, Afrobarometer and independent analysts confirm he remains Zimbabwe's most trusted and admired political figure. Dr. Felix Magalela Mafa Sibanda describes Chamisa as the man to be the future president, citing his unmatched credibility and ability to inspire hope among youth and urban voters. Chamisa's strategic withdrawal from party politics was framed as a move to expose opportunists within the opposition, further consolidating his image as principled and visionary. His appeal lies in advocating for modernization, transparency, and human rights, resonating strongly with younger generations seeking change. While exact favorability percentages are not publicly disclosed, multiple sources affirm Chamisa leads by a significant margin over rivals, including President Emmerson Mnangagwa and Vice President Constantino Chiwenga. President Emmerson Mnangagwa, in power since 2017, faces declining popularity despite efforts to implement Vision 2030, a program aimed at transforming Zimbabwe into an upper-middle income economy. Afrobarometer data and media reports indicate widespread skepticism toward his administration, fueled by corruption scandals, economic stagnation, and attempts to extend his presidential term to 2030 without elections. Nearly 8 in 10 Zimbabweans oppose this extension, viewing it as unconstitutional and undemocratic. Trust in ZANU-PF remains low, and Mnangagwa's approval ratings have suffered amid rising inflation and currency instability. While he retains influence through state machinery and patronage networks, his personal popularity lags behind Chamisa's, particularly among urban and younger voters who demand accountability and reform. Mnangagwa's leadership is increasingly associated with authoritarian tendencies rather than progressive governance. Vice President Constantino Chiwenga, a former military general, wields significant power within ZANU-PF but lacks broad-based popularity. His role in the 2017 coup and subsequent governance positions him as a key player in Zimbabwe's political hierarchy, yet his image is tarnished by allegations of human rights abuses and authoritarianism. Afrobarometer findings suggest limited public trust in military-linked leaders, reflecting fears of militarization of politics. Other figures, such as Kirsty, Minister of Sports and Arts, enjoy niche popularity for promoting youth development, but remain peripheral in national politics. The opposition landscape beyond Chamisa is fragmented, with no single leader commanding comparable influence. This vacuum reinforces Chamisa's dominance as the most credible alternative to ZANU-PF, despite his temporary retreat from party structures. While Afrobarometer does not publish full approval ratings for individual politicians, qualitative and comparative data indicate Chamisa's dominance. Key statistics include 79% of Zimbabweans support elections as the best way to choose leaders. 7.7% fully trust the Zimbabwe Electoral Commission, 48% trust it somewhat, 80% oppose extending Mnangagwa's term to 2030 without elections. Voter turnout declined from 82.5% in 2018 to 68.9% in 2023, signaling growing disillusionment. These figures contextualize Chamisa's popularity. In a system plagued by institutional mistrust, individuals perceived as reformist gain disproportionate public support. Chamisa's ability to mobilize large crowds and articulate a vision for modernization positions him as the most popular politician, even without formal party affiliation. Several factors explain Chamisa's sustained appeal. Youth engagement. Over 60% of Zimbabwe's population is under 35. And Chamisa's rhetoric of innovation and job creation resonates strongly. Urban support. Urban voters, disillusioned by economic decline, view Chamisa as a progressive alternative to ZANU-PF. Moral positioning. His sabbatical from party politics is perceived as principled, contrasting with corruption scandals engulfing rivals. Communication skills. Chamisa's eloquence and use of digital platforms enhance his reach among tech-savvy voters. These dynamics underscore a generational and ideological shift in Zimbabwean politics, where charisma and reformist agendas outweigh incumbency advantages. Chamisa's popularity has profound implications for Zimbabwe's 2028 elections. If he re-enters formal politics, he could galvanize opposition forces and challenge ZANU-PF's dominance. However, structural barriers, such as electoral manipulation, media bias, and repression, remain formidable. Afrobarometer data reveals deep mistrust in electoral institutions, suggesting that popularity alone may not translate into victory without systemic reforms. International observers and civil society groups advocate for strengthening democratic processes to ensure credible elections. Chamisa's strategic decisions in the coming years will determine whether his popularity evolves into political power or remains symbolic. In 2025, Nelson Chamisa stands as Zimbabwe's most popular politician, embodying hope for democratic renewal amid widespread disillusionment. Afrobarometer surveys and expert analyses confirm his dominance over rivals, including President Mnangagwa and Vice President Chiwenga. Chamisa's appeal is rooted in youth engagement, reformist ideals, and moral credibility, positioning him as a pivotal figure in Zimbabwe's political future. Yet, systemic challenges ranging from institutional mistrust to authoritarian entrenchment pose significant obstacles. As Zimbabwe approaches the 2028 elections, the interplay between popularity, strategy, and structural reform will shape the nation's trajectory. For now, Chamisa remains the face of change in a country yearning for transformation. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.